Ah. Shri Gurubhyo Namah Harihi Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Om Shri Matre Namaha. So, till now, we have gone through the initial phases where Acharya describes the basic powers. Then he describes the residence of her place where she is residing. Then he moves on in verses number 9 and 10 to talk about how the internal upasana of the Devi can be done and how she moves in our physical body. So in the Kundalini, how she rises and how she merges and how she comes down again, which is both called the Layakram and the Srishtikram. Her coming down is called the Srishtikram, her going up is called the Layakram. Because as she climbs up, she merges all the chakras into herself. And then when she comes down, Sudhakara, we have seen that shloka, she re-inundates. Sinchayanti, the word was used. She irrigates. Sinchayan means to irrigate, to inundate. To inundate these chakras with her grace. Then in the next chapter, in the next verse, in verse number 11, we saw that Acharya obviously also knew while he is praying to her, but he also knew that he is writing for us also. So he has therefore very clearly understood that people will not be able to do what is called Kundalini Yoga and all that very easily. So, Mother, please show me a form of yours on which I can look at and understand you. So, she appears in the form of the Sri Chakra. So in the Sri Chakra, he gives us the form of how it is. Chaturbhi Sri Kanthe, right? So the four upward triangles, 5 Shiva Yuvatidi, Panchavirati. So the 5 downward triangles, and then the Mula Prakriti, and around that the Ashtadala, then around that the 16 petals, Shodashadala, the Kaladala, and then the three Valaya, three Rekha. All of that together forms the Sri Chakra. And we saw that this has 44 points. These 44 points have various divisions. We also saw that these also indicate various yoginis, various devis in various forms. We all saw that. So now he moves on from there and says, fine, how do we, what is it when you are doing this meditation or looking at you in the Sri Chakra, what happens? What is it that happens? So he is telling Devi, right? Because you have to remember that Soundarya Lahari is completely an exposition where Acharya is talking to Devi. And obviously, while he's talking to Devi, he has made that talking or the dialogue or that conversation available to us, which means we can use it to pray to Devi. We cannot talk to Devi, right? We have not reached Acharya stage. So we don't talk to her. We talk to her in our prayers. So he says in the next shloka, Twadiyam Soundaryam Tuhinagiri Kanye Tulayutum Twadiyam Soundaryam Tuhinagiri Kanye Tulayitum. So the line will be Twadiyam Soundaryam Tuhinagiri Kanye Tulayitum. Next line, Kavindra. There is a visarga over there, so it is to be pronounced with that visarga. Kavindra Kalpante Kathamapi Virinchi Prabhritayaha Kavindra kalpante kathamapi virinchi prabhritayah. So, some text you will find it is read as Viranchi, which is also okay. Viranchi, both mean the same. So, how will the line read? Kavindra kalpante katamapi virinchi prabhritayah. Both lines together. Twadiyam Soundaryam tuhinagiri kanye tulayitum Kavindra kalpante kathamapi virincha prabhritayah. Next word, next line. Yada lokotsukya amaralalana Yada lokotsukya amaralalana Yanti manasa Yada lokotsukya amaralalana Yanti manasa Yada lokotsukya amaralalana Yanti manasa Tapobhir dushprapamapi girisha sayujya padavim tapobhir dushprapamapi girisha sayujya padavim. Together to both lines. Yada lokotsukyaadamaralana yanti manasa tapobhir dushprapamapi girisha sayujya padavim. Full shloka. Twadiyam Soundaryam tuhinagiri kanye tulayitum Kavindrah kalpante kathamapi virincha prabhritayah Yada lokotsukyaadamaralana yanti manasa Tapobhir dushprapamapi girisha sayujya padavim. Now let us look at the meanings. Twadiyam, about you. Tava sambandham, twadiyam. Soundaryam, your lavanya, your beauty. Tuhina giri kanye. Tuhina giri. Giri means mountain. Tuhin means snow. So snow mountain. Another word, Himalaya. So Himalaya Kanya or Tuhinagiri Kanye. About you, Devi. Tuhinagiri Kanye. Tulayitum. Tulana means to compare. Tulayitum. To impossible to compare. Right? Kavindra. Kavi Indra. Indra means the ruler. Kavi here means those who are imaginative. Not poets, not necessarily poets. Also artists, those who are in the creative field, all of them are included in the word Kavindra. Kavindra Kathamapi, which means Kathachidapi, that means here it is, the word is it not possible. Virinchi Prabhritayaha. Virinchi is Brahma. Right? Vani Pati, Virinchi. Prabhritayaha means Hari, Indra, Rudra. These are all Prabhriti, etc. Right? Virinchi Prabhritayaha. Yata Alok Utsukyat. Aloka means Swarga. Aloka Utsukyat. Those who are living over there, those who are excited over there. Utsukyat. Amara Lalana. Amara here means the Devas. Lalana means those who excite the Devas. Those who excite the Devas. Who excites the Devas? Apsaras. The Apsaras over there, they dance over there. They are very beautiful and they excite the Devas. So, Alok Utsukya Amara Lalana. So, those in the Swarga, those Amaras who live over there, those people get excited by seeing these people. Those people, Manasa means internally, Antakaranaha, Manasa, Tapobhi, by doing tapasya, Tapobhi, Dushprapam, very difficult to get. Dushprapam, Girisha Sayujya Padavim. Girisha means Giri Isha, he who sits on the top of the mountain, he who is the lord of the mountain, which means Shiva. Girisha Sayujya, merger. Padavim, status. Padavim means status, which means if I have to literally translate, O daughter of the snow-capped mountain, Tuhinagiri Kanye, the foremost poets, the foremost of all imagined people who have the creative power, such as Virinchi, they are unable to find a suitable match for your beauty. And the celestial damsels, the apsaras, they, in their eagerness to discover your beauty, they are continuously thinking about your beauty. And because they are thinking continuously about your beauty, they merge with Shiva. Now, what has the Acharya done here? He has very beautifully given us the importance, very indirectly, of the meditation on the Sri Chakra. By meditating on the Sri Chakra, by continuous meditation, see, who are the beautiful ones? The beautiful ones are, okay, let us start from the beginning. Tava Soundarya Lahari, right? It is saying, Tula Yitum, it is not possible. So it is not possible, right? Let us see some of the shlokas in the Lalita Sahasranama. In the beginning itself, in the first, after the first few shlokas, first 4 or 5 shlokas, it starts off with from the top of her head, the description starts. Champaka Shoka Punnaga Saugandhika Lasat Kacha Kuru Vindamani Shreni Kanat Koti Ramandita Ashtami Chandra Vibhraja Dalika Sthalashobhita Mukha Chandra Kalankava Mriganabhi Shivisheshaka. All this is so beautifully describing her beauty. Vadanasmara Mangalya Grihatorana Chillika. Right? So, Smara means the god of love. Vadana, the face of god of love. The Grihatorana Chillika, the eyebrows are like the Grihatorana of Kamadev, which means just by looking at her face, the eyebrows, we are able to attain all our desires. So the beauty of Sri Lalita is described also partially in Lalita Sahasranam. So here it is said, and in Lalita Sahasranam, actually the beauty is a little better described, I feel. Okay, more than Acharya's description. And I feel there is a reason behind this. Because, see, Lalita Sahasranam, she was describing her own beauty. Who created Lalita Sahasranam? Vagvadini Devis. Who is Vagvadini Devi? She herself. She has herself created the Vagvadini Devis and said, okay, now you praise me. You sing my praises. And Vagvadini Devis, they start singing about her. So she herself has praised herself in Lalita Sahasranam. And therefore, somewhere, somehow, that description of the beauty touches much more directly. Whereas Acharya's beauty's description is from a human perspective, unable to approach but going round and round and round and yet being awed by that beauty. So, two different emotions. Two different emotions. If when you look at Soundarya Lahari, we believe that it is humanly, it is still possible to go near. When you look at Lalita Sahasranam, it is saying, it is almost like you cannot reach that sort of level of beauty, even in your imagination. Which is what he is saying here. Acharya is saying that Virinchit Prabhritvihi, right? Who has created this entire world? This world has been created by Brahma. Right? She gave the power to Brahma to create this entire world. She gave the power to Vishnu to maintain it, etc., etc. We have seen that in the earlier chapters of earlier verses of Soundarya Lahari itself. So over there we saw that in the earlier verses she has clearly indicated, or rather Acharya has indicated that Brahma is responsible for the creation. Now for creation, what do you require? Kalpana. Without Kalpana, it is not possible to create. How can you create without imagination? I mean, a simple thing like cooking something, right? Something that we do every day. The moment it becomes routine activity, the person who is eating, he will tell you, आज को मन लगा के cooking नहीं किया. Correct? मन लगाने का मतलब क्या? It means basically putting your imagination, putting your emotion inside. And here he says, kalpante. His kalpana has ended. He has tried his level best to imagine. He has taken the best of beautiful things and put it all over this universe. But he cannot imagine. Even such people like Brahma, Hari, Indra, Prabritihi, they cannot imagine the beauty of Devi. Thinking of this, understanding this beauty, we have to understand. What do you know the story of Tilottama? You know the story of Tilottama? So Tilottama was created. So there were two asuras. One's name was Sunda and Upashunda. Now Shunda and Upashunda, they were deeply in love with each other. They were brothers and deeply in love with each other. They respected each other. They were deeply in love with each other. They never contradicted each other. So as usual, they did tapasya, and when Brahma came, they said, Amaratvam is what we want. So, and Brahma never gives them Amaratvam. So he says, no, I cannot give you. So he said, okay, only we can kill each other. Other than that, nobody can kill each other, kill us. So said, okay. Brahma said, okay, and went away. Now Shunda and Upashunda went around killing people and oppressing people and so on and so forth. So now what happened is, Brahma, he took the essence of beauty from everything in this universe. Essence of beauty. 1 till worth of beauty from the rose. 1 till worth of beauty from the lotus. 1 till of beauty from the sunrise. 1 till of beauty from the Ashtami Chandra. 1 till of beauty from the Paurami Chandra. 1 till of beauty from the Dvitiye Chandra. 1 till of beauty from the Rohini Nakshatra. 1 till of beauty from the Tulasi, etc., etc. He took 1 till of beauty from everything and he put it together. And he created a beautiful woman, Tilottama. And then he told Tilottama, he didn't tell her what to do. He just said, you walk in that garden. Now, as she was walking in this garden, she saw Shunda first. So she looked at him. She gave him a beautiful glance. Then she walked further. She saw Upashunda. She gave him a beautiful glance. And now you can understand what happened. Both of them started fighting with each other and they killed each other. Right? When Brahma was taking this tila of beauty from each of these, he was saying, Devi, please give me that 1 till of beauty that is yours, which is residing over here. Now, can you imagine? Tilottama is only 1 till worth of beauty from Devi. So all these apsaras who are so beautiful, Tilottama, Urvashi, Rambha, Menaka, we know these famous names. Urvashi, incidentally, is one of the apsaras who was not created in the Samudra Manthan. So all the apsaras came from Samudra Manthan, excepting Tilottama. And also Urvashi. Urvashi also, do you know how she was created? Okay, so Urvashi was created. What happened is, Nara and Narayan were praying under a Badari tree. Badari tree is a tree of berries, right? And they were praying over there. And deeply in tapasya, Nara and Narayan, in the Rishi form, they were deeply in meditation. And Indra, as usual, he gets very upset when people do meditation. So he sent all the apsaras. So all the Rambas and Menakas and everybody also came down and they were dancing and doing all this in front of them. So when they were doing this, Narayana and Nara, they opened their eyes. And then they smiled at each other. And Narayana called Nara and said, rub my thigh. And the heat from the thigh of Narayana created the beauty of Urvashi, who was more beautiful than all the Aksaras put together. Uru means thigh. Uru, Vashi, Urvashi. So she came from the Uru of Narayana. Then Indra came down and they said, okay, Urvashi, I will gift you. I have nothing to do with all these women. Let us be in peace and let us meditate. That place where they did their meditation is called Badrinath. So that is because it comes under the Badari tree. That is why Naranarayan over there is prayed over there. We see the Murti of Naranarayan over there. So, so all these beautiful women, they are continuously, what are they doing? They are supposed to make themselves look very beautiful. Amara Lalana. They are supposed to create Lalana. Lalana, you can see the word Lalita, play, right? Lalita means she who plays, she who likes to play. Similarly, Lalana, the word will come from, therefore, those who create playfulness, create excitement in who? In the Amaras. And the Amaras means in the Devas. When they do that, what happens? They get into deeply meditative state, and all the time, see, when they are doing makeup, they are saying, is this eyebrow looking like Devi? Is my eyeshadow looking like Devi's? Is my lipstick looking like Devi's? Are my earrings as beautiful as Devi's? Right? Tatanga Yugala We have seen that in Lalita Sahasranama. So the Tatanga Yuga, are they looking as beautiful as Devis? Is my necklace as looking as beautiful as Devis? Is my nose as beautiful as a Champaka flower? Champaka Shoka Nasa Bharana Bhushita. So is my nose as beautiful as the are my eyes going here and there like a fish? Meena Bhalochana. Chalana Meena Bhalochana. Are my eyes moving as beautifully and gracefully like a fish? So they are all the time looking at themselves, decorating themselves because they have to dance. They have to put up a show. But in their mind, they are all the time thinking, Manasa. You will see that word over there saying Manasa. Right? In the shloka itself, it says Manasa. Internally, externally, they are doing all sorts of things. What does it say in the Bhagavad Gita? He says, Satatam bhajate. Right? He says all the time you have to pray to me. Now, how do you pray all the time? You cannot pray, sit down and do all the time. Then who will do the cooking? Right? Who will go to office? No, you go to office. Just like the Apsaras, who they were decorating themselves, they were dancing, and when they were dancing, they were thinking, am I dancing as beautiful as Kali used to dance with Shiva? Am I able to lift my legs and dance the way she was dancing? All the time, they're thinking only. So just exactly as they were thinking, what happened to them? They got Sayujyam. They got Sayujyam with Shiva. What is Sayujyam? Sayujyam is a type of moksha. It's a type of merger. So there are, in the Advaita philosophy, there are 4 different types of merger. First is called Salokya. Salokya, you live in the same place. Right? You live in the same place, meaning people around you are all only talking about that particular Ishvara, that form of Ishvara that you are talking about. So whether it is you are a devotee of Vishnu, then you reach Vishnu Loka, which means around you, you will find people all the time talking about Vishnu. Right? If you are a Shiva devotee, then you reach Kailasha. What is Kailasha? Kailasha is a place where people all around you are talking about Shiva. Similarly, you can reach the Manidvipa, and Manidvipa, everybody will be talking about Devi. They will be talking about Devi. So this Salokya. Then you get to Samipya. Samipya means you come near. So now not only you are in the same country or in the same place, but you are actually in the presence. So you start feeling the presence of the Devi in everything that you see. That is called Samipya. Samipya. Right? But even now she is away from me. She is there and I am here. So I'm seeing her in everything. Then comes Sarupya. I see her in myself. I see her in myself. So when I look into the mirror, I do not see my body, mind, and intellect. What do I see? I see Devi. I see Ishvara. So when I look at myself, I do not identify with the body, mind, intellect anymore. That is called Sarupya. And then even that distinction merges. And that is called Sayujya. Sayujya. See, this is analogous to, if you look at it, to the 4 states that are described in the Mandukya Upanishad. In the Mandukya Upanishad, the 4 states that are described, the first state we have to call it the Jagrata state. The second state we call it the Shushupti state. Sorry, the Sapnavastha. And the third state we call it Shushupti state. Let us understand these 3 states. How do you know you are awake? I have asked this question. I have asked this question earlier. How do you know you are awake? How do you know just now you are not dreaming? Because of continuity. Because of continuity. Because when you go to sleep, in your sleep, you create an entire universe in which there is no continuity. You may be in the forest at one moment, you may be in a desert at the other moment, but when you wake up, it is the same fan. It is the same roof. It is the same furniture. It is the same curtains. It is the same bed. That continuity tells us that that is the Jagrata Avastha. In the Swapnavastha, there is no continuity. And how do you know you're not in Sushupti? Because in Sushupti, there is no body, there is no mind, there is no intellect. Correct? So these are the 3 states. But then there is the fourth state called Turiya. Turiya. Since that state has no description, they just called it Turiya. Turiya itself means fourth state. Now, fourth state, so the degree of our involvement with this universe is dependent upon the level of consciousness that we are using, right? The higher is my level of consciousness, the more involvement is there. Therefore, can I take it to a higher level of consciousness beyond my Jagruta Avastha and yet withdraw from the active functioning of the universe and work inward? So that is called, therefore, two types of meditative state. The meditative state, let me use the example through the Patanjali Yoga Shastra. The first four are physical, right? The first four are body. They are meant from the body. So you have to do yama, you have to do niyama, you have to do asana, and then you have to do pranayama. The next fifth stage is called pratyahara, which means withdrawing your senses from the external. Then you take it to the dharana. This dharana is not meditation. Dharana is contemplation. Dharana is concentration, which is why I always say you have to train your mind to remain concentrated, which is why you have to do this. So you do japa, right? Or you do trataka. You do all sorts of techniques that are given either in Patanjali or in Advaita Vedanta. You use all those techniques and you get your mind to learn how to obey you. That is called dharana. Then only the next stage, the seventh stage will come, which is called dhyana. That will come only after that. Dhyana means to be completely absorbed. To be completely absorbed. Right? So this is like when the India-Pakistan match is happening and the last over is happening. What happens? Everybody is completely absorbed. Nobody knows what is happening outside in the world. So that complete absorption is your level of consciousness involvement, and it is turned inward. It is turned inward. That is what Acharya is describing. That just by the fact of continuous practice of this, keeping her in your mind in all the time, is what will lead to you are not thinking of Shiva, but you are going to merge with Shiva. Shiva being consciousness, right? The ultimate state of consciousness. So you merge with Shiva using her grace because you are thinking only of her. You know why? Because an Acharya, one of the Bhashyakara has written, because who other than Shiva can see her beauty? So if you are going to be trying like the Apsaras to see her beauty, see her beauty, see her beauty, see her beauty, you have to become Shiva to see her beauty. Only then you will see her beauty. Otherwise, you cannot see her beauty. So you become Shiva. So that is what this Acharya, this shloka is. What a beautiful shloka. It tells us that Sayujyam is through the Sri Chakra itself. By just meditating on the form of the Sri Chakra. Remember, the Sri Chakra is not a symbol. The Sri Chakra is Devi herself. Sri Chakra is not a symbol. Unlike the other murtis. See, Linga is means a symbol. Linga, the word itself means a symbol. Right? It can also mean, there is another word we use, bimba. Right? So, when you are doing prana pratishtha, if you are doing prana pratishtha in a painting, you say, or a photograph, you say asmin patachitre prana pratishtham karishye, or you say asmin bimbe prana pratishtham karishye. Right? When you are doing prana pratishtha for Sri Chakram, you say, do not say that. You say asmin Sri Chakre prana pratishtha karishye. You do not say bimba. Bimba means pratibimba, you know, right? It means reflection. Bimba means object which is being symbolized. So here very clearly, even in a ritualistic way, he very clearly understands that Sri Chakra has been always taken as different. It is taken as Devi herself. So when you are meditating on those 44 points, Chatushashtvari we have seen, right? In the earlier shloka. So there's 44 points when you are meditating, and when you are seeing Twarika, when you are seeing Vasini, Kamini, Varahi, all these are, you are seeing them, all of them. You are actually experiencing the entire presence of Devi over there. And when you continuously keep that in your heart, as you function in your day-to-day life, you merge. You just merge. So let us revise the shloka once more.
Guruji, I had a question.
Yes, please.
You said Sayuja is the fourth state. What is the order of the others? Salokya, Samipya, and Sarupya?
That is how. Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya, and then Sayujya. See, it is, you are progressively coming closer. Salokya, you are in the same country. Samipya, you are in the same building. Sarupya, you have taken the same form. And Sayujya means you have merged. So that is the progression. Tvadiyam Soundarya. Yes, Lalitaji.
This Turiya also can be said as the Sakshi.
Turiya is merger. Turiya is merger. There is no Sakshi Bhava over there. Sakshi can only happen when you have the body, you are observing the body, mind, intellect working. You are observing. That is even before all the Salokya and all that. Sakshi Bhava is only a practice. It is only a practice to be distancing yourself from the body, mind, intellect, so that you learn that this is not me. This body is not me. The mind is not me. The intellect is not me. That, and it is functioning. Right? Sri Krishna says now in chapter 2 that all that is in chapter 3, he says that whatever is happening because of the gunas. The guna and karma alone are doing all their work. You just look at all of that and understand that it is only the gunas and the karma that is working. That is when you move away from you saying that I am doing the karta, and you move away from that, the kartritva bhava moves away. That is called Sakshi Bhava.
But isn't Sakshi Bhav and Sakshi, can we say Avastha?
Same. Both are same. No, they're same. If you're in Avastha only, then you can have Bhava. If you don't have an Avastha, you cannot have a Bhava. Stha means to be staying. Bhava means to be expressing. You can only express when you have stayed in a particular place. See, if I tell you, imagine a rose, you will immediately imagine it. Or you say, imagine the sound of a sitar, immediately you will imagine it. Why? Because you have gone there, you have seen it, you have experienced it. But for somebody who has never heard the twang of the sitar, if you tell that person cannot experience it. That he will never get that bhava because that avastha has not been attained. So Sakshi Avastha, Sakshi Bhava, both are same. So let us revise the shloka once. Tvadiyam Soundaryam tu hinagiri kanye tulayitum kavindrah kalpante kathamapi virinchi prabhritayah yada lokotsukyadamaralana yanti manasa tapobhirdushprapamapi girishasayujya padavim. Now let us also look at the Annapurna Stotram. We were doing the shloka, so we have to look at the next shloka, which we were doing. I think, the 6th shloka. Urvi Sarvajaneshwari Bhagavati Mata Annapurneshwari. Urvi Sarvajaneshwari Bhagavati Mata Annapurneshwari. Veni Nila Samana Kuntalahari Nityannadaneshwari. Veni Nila Samana Kuntalahari Nityannadaneshwari. Sarvanandakari Sadashubhakari Kashi Puradhishwari. Viksham Dehi Kripavalambanakari Mata Annapurneshwari. Urvi means this Prithvi, the earth. Urvi, you might have heard the name in a lot of Gujarati people, they name their daughters Urvi. Urvi means earth. Urvi Sarva Janeshwari. Now you can read it in two ways. One, the mother earth is also you. Another is Urvi Sarvajana Ishwari. So all the people who are living on earth, you are the Ishwari of that. So two meanings. Sarvajaneshwari, you are the ruler of all people. O Mother Earth, you are the ruler of all the people. Another is, you are the ruler of all people living on Mother Earth. So, two ways of looking at it. Bhagavati, you are the determinant of the fate of all people. Bhagya is the word Bhaga, also means Yoni. Yoni. Bhagavati also means therefore mother. So two meanings. Bhaga can mean fate, Bhaga can mean Yoni. And therefore, it can mean, again, Bhagavati here will mean, either you can mean it, you are the mother of this entire universe, or it can mean, because you are the Yoni from which this entire universe has come, or it can mean that you are the determinant of the fate of all these, everybody. You are Mata, you are the mother, and you are Annapurneshwari. Devi, people call you the lady who gives us food, Annapurneshwari. Veni Neela Saman, Kunta Lahari, your Veni, which is the braided hair, it is dark in color, Neela Samana. It is dark, so dark that it is not, it's no longer looking black, it is reflecting that blackness, and it is looking dark blue. It is looking dark blue. So sometimes you might have seen in the Olympics, there will be some players, who come from the African countries, and they are so dark that they actually shine. That shining darkness, that is what is described. Veni Neela Samana Kunta Lahari. It is like falling like waves from your hair, from the head. Now, there is a hidden meaning here. Kunta Lahari here will be that from your head, there is the waves of grace also falling like the hair that is falling down. Nityanna Daneshwari, Nitya Annadaneshwari. Again, two meanings. You are Nitya, you are eternal. And you are Annadaneshwari, you are the lady who gives us food. Or otherwise, you are the Ishwari who gives us food. Otherwise, Nityanna Daneshwari, you are the one who gives us food daily. You are the one who gives us food daily. So one Nitya means eternal. Oh mother, you are eternal. You are the one who gives us food. Or the second meaning, you are the one who gives us food daily. Both meanings are applicable. Sarvanandakari, you are the source of every Ananda. Every time I experience Ananda, it is because of you. Sarvanandakari, Sada Shubhakari, whatever you do for me, it is always Shubha. I don't think of it as Shubha. Sometimes I feel, oh, why this has happened? मेरा प्रारब्ध है, ऐसे प्रसाद करके बोलते हैं, मेरा प्रारब्ध है. मेरा प्रारब्ध नहीं है, मैंने ही कर्म किया था, उसका फल है. मेरा प्रारब्ध दूसरे किसी ने लिखा नहीं है, मगर ये जो फल आया है वो भी तुमने ही ऑर्गेनाइज किया है. तो ये that is you, therefore it is perfectly right for me. सदा शुभकरी काशीपुराधीश्वरी भिक्षाम देहि कृपावलंबनकरी माता अन्नपूर्णेश्वरी. So that is the 6th shloka of
What did you say for Kuntala? Kuntala means what?
Kunta Lahari, Veni Neela Samana Kunta Lahari. Kunta means falling down. Kunta Lahari, falling down in waves. Kunta Lahari, falling down in waves.
Acha, in my book, it is Kuntala Dhari.
Okay, so the both.
Sakshan Mokshakari. Next line.
Okay, so ठीक है वो there are variations. So Kuntala Dhari, Kuntala means the earrings, right? Kuntala. So Kuntala Dhari means wearing earrings, and Sakshan Mokshakari means you are the one who is actually the giver of moksha. So Veni Neela Samana Kuntala Dhari, Sakshan Mokshan Sakshan Mokshakari. This is also possible, right? There are variations. Correct. Yeah. So you can have two versions. Urvi Sanatarvajaneshwari Bhagavati Matanna Purneshwari Veni Neela Samana Kuntala Dhari Sakshan Mokshakari Sarvananda.
No, Nityanna Daneshwari Sakshan Mokshakari Sada Shubhakari.
Okay, Sakshan Mokshakari Sada Shubhakari Kashi Puradhishwari. Possible. Not no. So, but the meaning, whether नाक ऐसे पकड़िए नाक वैसे ही पकड़ना है, ultimately देवी के पास जाना है.
Yeah. So Kuntala Dhari or Hari will mean two things. One is the earrings, one is like waves.
Kunta Lahari means falling like waves. Kunta Lahari, Kuntala Dhari means wearing earrings.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
See, what happens is these when these shlokas are written, then somebody else recites it, and then he goes into a deep meditative state reciting it, and he sees a different picture. So he changes the words from the basis of his experience. So there will be two different schools of thought that will happen. The origin may be the same, but the two different schools of thought start off. So that is how these small variations will occur.
Yeah.
Let us end for today. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Harihi Om.
Guruji, just one last question.
Yes, please.
Whenever you have time, can you please explain the words dhyana, dhyatra, dhyeya, rupa? Dhyana, they are all coming from one root.
Okay. Okay. Remind me next time, or put it on the group. I will remember it, and then we'll. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.